What's up, folks? We're gonna learn right now a simple and repeatable epoxy kitchen countertop design using nothing but our hands and a little bit of epoxy. Then we're gonna take this project to the next level using our own personal touches and a little bit of an accent color. Stay tuned, enjoy the video. All right, so how we're gonna do this, we've already pre-mixed up our colors into the resin. We divided those up into individual cups. We're gonna pour this out randomly. We'll each grab a cup. We'll get all our material out on the project. We'll spread it with our hands, get any of that surface tension out, make that board all the way wet, and we're gonna mix up our accent color, apply that, bring this project to the next level. It's gonna look super sweet. Pick a color. What you want, Rhonda?
Oh, give me the...
I'll take that one.
My
Bam, bam.
favorite brown.
I got the brown dye, and then we'll put that one on last.
Side.
All right, we
So
ready?
lead the way, Rhonda. Yep.
Me? All right.
You got this.
You lead, we follow.
So we made this piece yesterday at Rhonda's epoxy hands-on training class. Kenny teaches how to build life-size, realistic countertops that are gonna go in your house. We don't just make boards on little things. You're gonna learn how to create real countertops. We have two separate edges here. We got a rock face and a flat edge. We show that to our customers who are on the fence. We'll put this epoxy countertop technique on a board that has a flat edge and a rock edge. And then when we show that to our customer, they pick which edge they want. So we just poured out the three colors. They're all earth tones. They look pretty as it is. Now we're gonna meld these with our hands. As a team, the piece will all look pretty uniform because we're gonna keep that same flow. We're gonna make any dry areas wet. We'll hit our edges, and then it's time to add those accent colors. So we're using a combination of colors as well. We're using mica powders, we're using dyes, and we're using some paste that you can't even find at Stone Coat. So I'm excited to try some of these colors. You want some white, Keith?
Yep.
Boom.
Oh, perfect.
So just make any dry areas wet. That's gonna get that epoxy to flow. And we've leveled out this project on our sawhorses. And we have 2x4s with all threads under there. Super fast way to level out big projects in your shop or on site if you're making these. Cool.
Thing is, those colors are so neutral that really could go with just about any decor.
Really, you're right.
Easily matched.
And this is where the epoxy process gets even more fun. The creativity comes into it. Keith looks at this project a little bit differently than me, and Rhonda looks at it. Flavor and style. Now it's time to take this to the next level. What color are you going with?
I think I'm going to come in with a product from Resin Art, and it is called Golden Autumn. Has a little bit of that, almost an undertone of a reddish orange. Going to give it kind of a warmer hue.
I've never used any resin art, but I've heard some fantastic things about how pretty that stuff is.
Amazing.
I pulled out a secret stash. It's going to be my special sauce.
Oh my God.
And you didn't know I was going to do that, did you? I'm going
Or
to come
did I?
in with a red bronze glitter and also a chocolate truffle glitter from Just Resin. Both are available on my website.
I'm going with Color Obsession Reef Blue Shimmer. I'm a gigantic fan of Stone Coat's Blue Earth, and this takes Blue Earth to a whole nother ball game. I cannot wait to see what this looks like in these earth tones. Keith, what you going with?
Funny you should ask. So I'm going to go with another product by Just Resin. This is a paste, and this color is a peacock green. Very interesting color. But on top of that, I may even take that to another level. Didn't think I knew about your bling, did you?
No, I did not.
I have here a product called Silver Halo,
Oh, that's Kenny's very favorite.
and I didn't know that.
Very favorite.
So let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Guys, you can get all of these products on my website, RK3 Designs. You can also check out all of these colors on artisttilldeath.com. Use coupon code RK3 to get a discount. All right, so what I've done is I've mixed up my resin art. Look at that. But guys, if you know me, you know I like to bling up stuff. So I'm going to come in here and get a tiny bit of my glitter mix. And I'm going to add it in so I have just a little bit of that glitter peekabooing through. And then I'm probably going to come back and add straight glitter. All right, so what I want to do is I don't want this color to take over. So I'm just going to very lightly add it ever so often. Some areas a little heavier. And I'll stop right there, which can do this. Now I'm going to pull out another secret weapon, guys.
What? I thought we were going to
I'm
be...
going to come out with this very expensive tool right here. All right.
Many epoxy
now,
techniques can come out of your back pocket.
So now I'm going to come in, and instead of using my hand, you can also do this with a stick. Then I'm going to come back and kind of meld it. But let me show you what's fun. If you come in here and start dragging this, and you twist and turn, you can really create some neat visuals. Now I don't want to do this every single place because I can really get my design to be a little too busy. But I do want to do it ever so often. And just bring in that element of design.
And all our little techniques can be used on multiple different surfaces to bring them to the next level or pull you out of a bind when, you know, the epoxy can sometimes, your best laid plan will go start flowing the other way that you're thinking. So it's okay, you got to roll with it. Learn how to roll with those punches, right?
Absolutely.
Don't pull the panic cord, just pull out one of these techniques that you have in your back pocket, like Rhonda's trowel. Like one of my favorites is the isopropyl alcohol mist, just right over the whole piece. So I'm gonna try to mist this without hitting Keith's piece. The isopropyl alcohol gets in there and moves and opens up those different additives that we've all smeared together. Now look at that thing come to life. And I haven't even added my accent color. So that little step alone, folks, look at that.
What's cool is a different reaction between where you have the dyes and where you have the mica powders. How they kind of fight with each other.
Like that was a lot more boring before I hit a little bit of alcohol in that.
Alrighty, so because I have chopped, I brought a few bubbles in, so I'm going to hit it again with my torch. Then after that, I'm going to let it sit a little bit before I put any of my bling. And the reason I'm going to do that is my epoxy is very fresh. It's very fluid and it's moving. So if I come in and add my veins of glitter, my glitter is going to sink. So I want my glitter to get a little thicker in the cup. I want my surface to get a little thicker, and then that way, when I come back with my glitter accents, it's going to be a little more distinct. So I'm going to come in and torch.
Some of these effects will only come to life after you let that epoxy thicken a bit. Just like Rhonda, I'm only going to use my accent in specific spots. I'm not going to dump a big amount of this. This is only an accent color to tie into my customer's floor tile or whatever it may be that they're trying to match.
Well, we're all.
Because you're not going to want nobody really wants a pure blue countertop. Some may. So I just load up my stick and I'm drizzling it on. I'll come to that white vein. And that cool, Keith? And then you take over the rest?
Absolutely.
All right, buddy. I don't want to add too much. And then I feather it out. So I'll have it real concentrated, and I'll pick some up with my fingers and walk it left or right.
Man, that's pretty.
And then I'll come back with my alcohol. Yep, I'm gonna mix this, open it back up with that alcohol, and then I'll let Keith show what he's gonna bring to the table, bud.
So they've been talking about sabotaging me. So now that my epoxy is so set up, I can't work it anymore.
So set up, it's only been 10 minutes. I'm gonna mix this real quick, and you could oh boy, I got you a little. So sorry.
What did they tell you?
Sabotage.
Look
so
at
that's what's so important to know about this too. With Stone Coat Countertop Epoxy, you have, depending on your climate, your temperature, humidity, you're going to have an hour and a half, 2 hours easily of working time. So I'm not in any big rush. I know I've got plenty of time to do what I want to do.
I'm done. I'm gonna let that alcohol dissipate. So one thing you don't wanna do is pile on alcohol, well, tons of it. Give it a little mist, let it dissipate. You can always come back and mist it again.
So as the mica powders set, the metallics will settle a little bit. Right now, I almost don't want to do anything with that. Some of the cells that I've created in there, that just really, really looks nice. And I have to say it because it's something that comes from the best. Without a doubt, 100%, that could be a finish all on its own. I'm going to take it to the next level. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to spray a little bit of alcohol on my hand, and I'm just going to skim across this, and I'm just going to wake these mica powders up just a little bit.
Now, this is a technique I've never tried before.
I haven't either.
I like that.
But the alcohol on my hand really prevents, I really don't want to pick up, and I really don't want to move it around a lot, but look how it wakes those metallics up.
All right, so our epoxy's been sitting about 20 minutes, I guess. And I'm gonna come in and add a little bit of my secret sauce, my bling. All right, we're gonna come in.
That is so cool in there.
And just gonna run a vein. Now knowing that I'm still going to have this glitter probably fall through the epoxy and kind of sit, I kind of expect that. I don't want that bling to be so overwhelming. I kind of want it to fall through. Some of it I have bigger areas, you can see, and then it comes into a very, very fine area. All right, I'm gonna come in with a little bit of black. I want a little bit of depth. So I'm gonna come in very randomly.
How random?
Very random, so random.
Just dipping that right into the paint. Cool.
Yep, I've just got it into the paint.
Amazing.
And I'm just gonna kind of add a little bit of black. And as soon as I add that black, I'm gonna add a little bit of alcohol. Just a little bit. I don't want a lot of that. And as soon as I hit that with alcohol, you're gonna see what that does to that vein. And I'll tell you what I'm even gonna do. Fog it. And just kind of granify a couple of areas.
That's awesome. That's an effect right here you can add to almost any piece.
Yeah.
To take it to the next level.
Yeah. So, and it's important when you add alcohol that you have got to walk away and you have to let it do its own thing. If you add too much alcohol, you're going to get runny effects. May have added a little bit too much there. I'm going to walk away and let this dissipate a little bit, and then we'll come back.
My turn again, right? I've watched this thing chill out. The alcohol's out of the project. It's dissipated. The cells are still there. I almost would be extremely happy with this. I would be done at this point, but like I might miss a little more alcohol, but maybe I just make a little exotic pour vein to tie in there, right? Just to show what that'd be, right? I have my leftover material right here. So I'm gonna take my leftover epoxy that's tinted individually and start pouring it back into a larger cup. So I got a little white in there. I'm gonna add this, I forget which color this is, but I don't know. I'm gonna do this really quick. Add a little bit of blue. You can do entire countertops with nothing but this technique, but I'm just gonna build a small vein with it. All right, so that's my little bucket of random colors. I'm gonna let that self-level, but I'm also gonna hit it with a tiny bit of alcohol while that's doing that. Where'd the clear go? Here it is. So that's one way to add a super contrasting vein without dragging a stick through. And I think, folks, I am done.
You're using my colored palette.
That was his hack right there.
That is my color palette. That belongs to me. That's
Why can't it be mine
What
too?
did you add to that? Gold dust?
Rondoc.
No, it's that silver halo.
Oh, it's the halo glitter.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Put the effects in there from those spray paints that I just sprayed onto my gloved hand of how those open up. So just going to lightly spray some right in there. What's that technique called? There's a name for that.
The French.
The Italian drip.
The French drip. That's a coffee
That's a
machine.
French dip.
Yeah. I learned this in this last class. So Rhonda will do the Italian drip where you spray big drops, bam, 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 and then comes back with a little mist for the little cells. And a combination of those two effects, realistic looking granite effects. He's making it rain. This piece looks fantastic. Each one is in the same family. All three very unique. We use our different styles, and I absolutely love how all three of them turned out. We could have stopped 40 minutes ago, and we've been working with it for an hour, right? 50 minutes or so.
And look how many techniques that we used for how many different looks that you can get throughout just one countertop piece. And honestly, for what we did here, this could be in someone's home, even with having some blue, some red, some green. It all flows, it all goes together.
Yeah, 100% agree with that. Right, so what we wanted to portray in this video is just proceed forward, keep layering or walk away. You can learn different techniques and apply them to various jobs and color schemes, but the most important thing is just pick colors that go well together, right? All right, my favorite part of the project, truthfully, is Rhonda's bling she added. That is blingy, but it doesn't overpower, and it goes with that red. So that is very beautiful, and I love how that goes over the edge. You took the time to make sure that goes over there. That's gonna catch your eye walking in the kitchen.
Absolutely.
That's my favorite part of this project. What about you, Rhonda?
One of my favorite things, and I try to really teach our students this, is I didn't use any expensive tools here. I used my hand and a Bondo spreader. And so you can create such beautiful finishes with very, very simple tools.
That's a great takeaway. What about you, Keith?
Yeah, my biggest takeaway is what I've already mentioned, is we all use the same colors with the exception of our accent colors. The amount of working time that we have and what you can create and the amount of time that you have to create a beautiful piece like this, it amazes me. So my takeaway is fantastic work, you guys.
You too. It was fun working with you guys. I hope you gained a little bit of confidence watching this video to do epoxy over your own surfaces. And if you need to study up a little bit more, we have hundreds of channels across all three of our YouTube channels.
We have a lot of videos. We have hundreds of views.
We have hundreds of millions of videos and views. That's going to teach you how to do this step by step. Check out KCDC Designs on Facebook and YouTube. Check out Rhonda at RK3Designs.com to learn how to do this on video or out here in Texas, hands-on training. And from all of us here at RK3 Designs, you got this. And we'll see you on the next video.